Hi, superheroes. I'm Pink Phoenix, coming to you live from Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine's League of VetaHumanz. Welcome to Season 2. Today, our special guest on VetaHumanz Live is VetaHuman in Training, Victoria Menendez. Thanks for being on the show.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
So to get started, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us your story.
Yeah, so my name is Victoria. I grew up in Miami. That's where kind of my love for animals started. And then I did my undergrad in Orlando. So I did a bachelor's in science at UCF.
Nice.
And then I did do the early admission for VetUp College, so that I accepted it, and here I am at Purdue, and I'm gonna be a incoming first year.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I love it. And we're just so excited because we're going to be able to follow Victoria all the way from before classes start to doctor.
Yeah.
And even beyond. We'll get to see what career you pick.
Mm-hmm.
So we are so early in the game that Victoria doesn't have her superhero name yet. So you'll need to stay tuned and go listen to upcoming episodes to find out.
Yes, that's in the works.
All right. Can you tell us when the moment was that you decided you wanted to be a veterinarian? What happened?
I would say it was like when I first got my first pet. I was about like 8 years old. I've always wanted one. Just never really happened until I was like finally 8, and we had a little Yorkie. And then since then, I started doing volunteer work at the shelter, like a no-kill zone shelter in in Miami. And honestly, I fell in love with it. We went from, taking care of the pets, trying to get them adopted, trying to find them forever homes. And honestly, since then, it sparked. I started working at pet clinics, doing kennel work in addition to volunteering anywhere I could or just shadowing. And I fell in love with the profession. I loved science. I love math. And it kind of just a combination of STEM with animal love. And it kind of just sparked from there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. You're going to be starting vet college here in a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be like?
It's going to be tough, but I'm excited because, when I did my undergrad, it's a lot of, just biology, more just science-based, where other students had like animal science or just like hands-on more work with like different pets, So I'm excited to kind of like get more into what I want to do, like more the animal-based, like large, small animals. I'm excited, but it's just a little nerve-wracking with like the demand of everything and how fast everything happens. Like you're learning all the material. So it's like a little scared but excited moment.
You're going to be great. So you talked about scare. Let's go full disclosure here. What are you most anxious about?
I think it's the workload. We're truly, it's a lot. And it's just having to manage like your time management, kind of making sure you prioritize what you want, study habits, readjusting your study habits from undergrad, because I know stuff won't work how it did, undergrad. So just, just a thought of like, making sure you can do this. You have a lot riding on you, so you want to make sure you make it to the finish line. So that's the scary part.
You will make it to the finish line. So you talked about time management. What are your plans for managing time?
Oh, for sure. I'm going to start like a calendar and kind of like organizing my, like from every hour to half an hour and making sure I put what I prioritize, like what, making sure I exercise or like studying and just kind of putting classes, just organizing myself a little bit more and prioritizing my schedule and study habits because there's just so much to do. You can't do everything in one day.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Excellent. So tell me, do you like a digital calendar or do you like to write things out or both?
So I do kind of both. I love doing to-do lists. It could be like the smallest thing, and I love to put in a to-do list. So I feel more accomplished when I start marking everything down. But then like for schedule-wise, I'll probably do like a schedule, like a digital one, just so I can I can take it on my phone, my laptop. I can see it anywhere. So I'll probably do like the schedule more on a calendar, and then my to-do list probably like both, but more on paper because I like marking them off on paper.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, you talked about study strategies too. What's your plan going in?
So I definitely would start to like get into like a bit using more Quizlet and Anki, along with like using more practice tests. I'd never really practiced like using like testing myself and stuff. So I think that's what I'm gonna start doing as well, because I have been, learning a bit more how to like, repetition or like long duration. So like, study and then a few long while later you study it again. So it's not like constantly just like short memory. You want to do it long term.
Smart. Yeah. Sounds good. Can't wait to hear how it all works out.
Yes.
So, what are you absolutely most looking forward to?
I'm excited for a large animal. I have only done small animal. That's all I've really been exposed to. So I'm excited to finally get my foot in the door and kind of like start working with them. They're just so big. They're, sometimes they're intimidating, really know how to handle them, don't have experience. I am excited for that. That's, I've been wanting to do it. Just opportunities haven't like really worked out for me. So I'm excited I can start working, with the cow, horses, anything, a lot bigger than, cats and dogs. So I'm excited for that.
So tell us why you're at Purdue early and what you got to do today.
Well, today we actually did horses, cows, farm, and yesterday we did a sheep farm. So we kind of got to like see how you do your TPRs, your temperature, your pulse, and your respiratory. You see how you restrain them and how to just work on them, especially how big and how to lead them, how to just kind of like how any other vet would, just doing the kind of the procedure and just gonna get an idea of how to handle them and how to work with them.
What was the best part?
Honestly, I'd probably just say working with them in general. I was so amused by them. Like I've been close enough to like, start working on them. Like we heard a lot of their heart rates, like very different from cats and dogs. They're a little bit more faint. They're like a little harder to hear, and you just like learn how to work your way through the big animals. Yeah.
That's fun. I remember that. I grew up in Baltimore, so city kid. So my first time working with large animals was out here.
Yeah.
And I remember my first time seeing them was in the zoo, at the Baltimore Zoo. They had the cow there. They had a dairy cow labeled cow, and they had pigs labeled pigs.
Yeah. I grew up in a big city, so you just see a lot more smaller. It's harder to get more experience with the bigger animals. You have to travel further. So yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, we talked about time management. We talked about study strategies. How are you going to take care of yourself?
So I did kind of lack that in undergrad, but that is definitely not the place to do that. So I definitely do want to I would want to wake up earlier and kind of either just walk around, just kind of move your body or exercise, like go a little bit more, like go to the gym or stuff. Like my community has one. Do that and kind of just give myself a little bit more grace and kind of, give myself some time because like I used to not really watch a lot of shows or anything. Like do want to put at least like, even if it's like 30, 20 minutes, like during lunch or something, just kind of like give myself some time for myself. So like exercising, kind of just reserving some time, either talk to family, watching some shows, just kind of get myself out of my head for a bit. So that's definitely my plan.
Excellent. What's your favorite show? What do you want to keep up with?
I've been moving around. I've been watching like hospital shows. I've been watching Amsterdam, like New Amsterdam. Yeah. I've just changed it around whenever like I'll be moving around. So then yeah, so I just watch like YouTubes and different stuff. So yeah.
Why did you join the League of VetaHumanz?
Yes. So I did hear when I was in the internship 2 years ago prior to coming to Purdue, I did hear of the program. So I'm actually kind of excited to finally be part of the program. But I did like how you kind of get to reach like a smaller, younger audience and kind of like teach them a little bit more because, they're obviously so young, but you can also like enlighten their like interests. Like, I didn't have a veterinarian come to speak to me, but I'm sure if I did when I was younger, I would have jumped on that track, faster. And I even to this day remember when had career days, you have different careers and you do spark a lot of, young people and they want to learn and kids are so like, so I do want to be like a real model to them. I'm Cuban. So like, you don't see a lot of that, like, different diversity within the profession. So I think it's also like a face to the community to be like, anyone and everyone can do it. So I think it's like an educational kind of a face to the community to be like, show them what you can do, what the veterinarians do, like, and spark the STEM field.
You're going to get so many kids wanting to be veterinarians.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
I love it.
All right. Last question.
Yes.
What's your superpower? And how are you going to use it for good?
No.
Is it still pending?
It's still pending. It's gonna be intertwined with my hero name. It's
Okay.
in the work.
I can't wait.
It's coming, I promise.
This is wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate you allowing us into your life and letting us follow you on your journey.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.
You can learn about other League of VetaHumanz superheroes at VetaHumanz.org. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and share it with your friends. And remember, use your powers for good.
Use your powers for good.